Imagine being buried alive, but with air to breathe. A place where your world is a concrete box, your only view a slit of sky, and silence is your only companion. For 23 hours a day, you are caged inside the most secure prison on Earth, ADX Florence. This is not just prison. This is living death. And tonight, we're taking you inside America's Alcatraz of the Rockies. Deep in the Colorado Rockies stands a fortress of concrete and steel. ADX Florence, home to the most dangerous men alive. Terrorists, cartel bosses, spies, serial killers, all locked away where escape is impossible. Built in 1994, it was designed to end prison escapes forever. No barbed wire tricks, no tunnels, just layers of electronic security, sniper towers, and walls so thick even sound struggles to escape. ADX wasn't built like a prison. It was engineered like a weapon. Former warden Robert Hood called it a clean version of hell. Every inch was designed to crush the human spirit. Soundproof walls, remote-controlled doors, and cells angled so inmates never see another face. Its mission? To neutralize men who once led armies, cartels, and extremist networks, and reduce them to silence. Inside ADX, time loses meaning. Wake up alone, eat alone, think alone. For 23 hours a day, prisoners remain in 7 by 12-foot cells with a steel bed, a sink, and a slot in the door for food. 1 hour is granted for exercise, but even that means pacing in a concrete box, alone, under a steel mesh roof, day after day, year after year, until the mind begins to crack. Even freedom inside ADX is an illusion. The so-called recreation yard is nothing more than a larger cell, concrete walls rising 20 feet high, a steel mesh ceiling overhead. Prisoners call it the dog run. They can see only a slice of sky, never the horizon. For 1 hour, they pace, do push-ups, or simply stare upward. Then the slot slams shut, and back they go, into the tomb that waits. Some of the most infamous men in modern history live here. El Chapo Guzman, the drug lord who once tunneled out of maximum security prisons in Mexico. The Unabomber, Ted Kaczynski, until his death in 2023. Ramzi Youssef, the 1993 World Trade Center bomber. Zacarias Moussaoui, the so-called 20th hijacker. All reduced to whispers behind concrete walls, their empires erased by silence. ADX isn't just about security. It's psychological warfare. By removing sound, contact, and sight of others, the prison breaks the will of even the hardest men. Some inmates go years without touching another human being. No phone calls except a few monitored minutes. No visitors except behind glass. The punishment isn't just isolation, it's erasure. Meals at ADX are delivered through a slot in the steel door. Breakfast, lunch, dinner, each tray slid into the cell without words. Guards move like ghosts, never lingering, never making eye contact. For inmates, food becomes ritual. A rare reminder of the outside world, served in silence, and when the tray is gone, the walls close in again. Every movement, every word, every breath is monitored. Cameras cover every corner. Doors unlock only by remote control from a central hub. Even showers are scheduled alone, with guards watching through bulletproof glass. Prisoners are never unshackled outside their cells. At ADX, security isn't just tight, it's absolute. Isolation does more than control the body. It destroys the mind. Inmates begin to hear voices, see shadows, lose track of time. Some bang on their doors until their hands bleed. Others fall into silence so deep, guards aren't sure if they're alive. Psychologists call it segregation syndrome. Prisoners call it hell. Running ADX Florence costs more than almost any other prison, but critics argue the real cost is human. Lawsuits claim conditions violate the Constitution's ban on cruel and unusual punishment, yet officials defend it. These are the worst of the worst. For the government, ADX isn't just a prison, it's a message. A promise that some men will never walk free again. Picture a man locked in a concrete cell no bigger than a walk-in closet. The lights never fully turn off. Humming fluorescent bulbs fill the silence. His window is just a 4-inch slit, angled upward, showing only the endless Colorado sky. He cannot see the mountains. He cannot see the horizon. Just light. Every day he wakes, paces, eats, and sleeps within these walls. The outside world shrinks until it barely feels real. This is the box that keeps him alive and kills him slowly at the same time. ADX dangles hope in front of prisoners through what they call the step-down program. Behave for years, follow every rule, and maybe, just maybe, you'll be allowed to transfer to a less restrictive prison. But inmates say the program feels like a mirage. For many, especially those serving life without parole, there is no real escape. They play the game, knowing they'll likely die inside Florence. The step-down program offers the illusion of light at the end of the tunnel, but for most, the tunnel never ends. Some men cannot survive the silence. Records show cases of inmates slashing their wrists, swallowing broken glass, or even biting into their own flesh just to feel alive. Others slip into madness, convinced cameras are in their veins, or that voices whisper through the concrete. The prison has suicide watch cells, stripped bare except for a heavy blanket that cannot be torn. But even then, some find ways. Guards know the signs. Silent rocking, muttered conversations with no one. At ADX, the greatest escape isn't physical, it's mental. And for some, it means death. Little is known about what truly happens inside ADX, because cameras are never allowed past the gates. The prison operates in near-total secrecy. Journalists, lawyers, even family members struggle for access. What little the public knows comes from leaked letters, lawsuits, and the rare testimony of former staff. Behind the walls, inmates describe endless monotony, days bleeding into nights, the silence broken only by the echo of doors slamming. The government calls it necessary. Inmates call it torture, and somewhere in the middle lies the truth. ADX Florence isn't just a prison. It's a life sentence carved in stone. For the men inside, days turn to years, years into decades, until even memory feels like a dream. Some die there. Others leave in coffins. The rare few are transferred out, but most will never again touch grass, see a tree, or hold another person's hand. The fortress in the Rockies was built to bury America's darkest fears, and it succeeds. But the question remains, does locking a man away 23 hours a day make us safer? Or does it destroy something deeper, in them, and in us? Prisoners call ADX the clean version of hell. No riots, no chaos. Just endless silence and concrete. It is, in many ways, a place designed to bury men alive, hidden in the mountains, far from the public eye. The world forgets them, and slowly, they forget themselves. In Florence, Colorado, time doesn't move forward. It stands still. The punishment isn't just for what these men did, it's the erasure of who they are, until nothing remains but a name on a prison roster. For most of us, freedom means choices. Where to go, who to see, what to do. For the men inside ADX Florence, freedom is a memory that fades more every day. The prison keeps America's most dangerous locked away. But at what cost? Is justice served when the sentence is to disappear, one day at a time,